Hey, and welcome back to the BlazerPuzzle. I'm Carl Franklin from AppVNext. That's my friend Jeff Fritz from Microsoft. Hey, Jeff.
How do, Carl? Good to see you.
Good to see you. What's new?
Weather banter.
It doesn't have to be weather banter. Anything new in your life?
Oh my gosh, I've been working on and thinking about using Blazor to build more server-side rendered applications, and then how's that plug in with things like Aspire? Feels like a couple puzzles that might come on the radar in the next month or two.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
But first, we have to get to last week's puzzles.
Wait, we've already got one? All right, let's do it.
So this one is a Markdown issue. So there's markup and Markdown, right? And what's the difference, really? Some people want to know. Markup is like HTML. It's a general term for something that isn't text, that like RTF would be considered markup, right? Real rich text format.
Yep.
But Markdown is a specific kind of markup.
Yep.
Right? GitHub uses it. We've all been using Markdown for a long, long time.
Absolutely. Just don't mix up the mark and the mark so you get a Mark Wahlberg thing happening. Markdown is the hashtags to do the various headings. It's also using square brackets and parentheses to define hyperlinks. Real easy for humans to read without having to see all the angle bracket markup tags for HTML.
So the Markdown file itself, what's in it?
So let's take a look at it. You can see it there in the content folder, home.md.
Right.
And I like using this format because I can hand off a little bit of content writing to other authors who aren't proficient in HTML. And it's also a nice format if you want to embed a rich text editor into a web page to generate and save content in this format.
Right. So what you were doing here is you're reading all of that into a string.
Yeah.
And then you're turning it into HTML with the MarkDig library.
Yep.
And so then now that you have HTML, you want to show that on the screen.
Right.
And of course, this is what it looks like. There.
Exactly how I wanted it to, Carl.
Right.
Okay.
So the task was, how do we turn this into, something that looks like the Markdown?
Yeah, put my HTML that the Markdown is being converted to in there as HTML.
Right. Well, here's the answer. It's a markup string. If we cast it as a markup string, then this is what we get.
There it is.
Yeah.
And we know that Razor templating does this for us because it's trying to protect us from any kind of injection attack against our website.
Right. And so, this is a good point. And something that they brought up in the documentation when this was introduced in .NET 6 is that you want to be careful about just grabbing arbitrary content and rendering it as a markup string. You got to own that content.
Yep.
Because what if it has a JavaScript in it?
Yep.
Oops. Yeah.
Cross-site scripting attack happens then.
Yeah.
So typically this type of thing where we're going to write our own Markdown, we're going to save it to disk, and we're going to use our own little bit of content management that we're building. We can trust some of that, and we can also strip out any script tags before it gets saved to disk.
Yeah. All right. So we got a few good answers, and we picked one at random.
Terrific.
And the winner is, drum roll please,
Yeah.
Bill Scharf from Cross Lanes, West Virginia.
Oh my gosh. Congratulations, Bill.
Yeah. Let's give him a golf clap. And for being selected at random from all the right answers, Bill is going to win one of these.
Did I look the right way?
Yes, a BlazerPuzzle mug. And also one of these. BlazerPuzzle t-shirt. Just for playing the game and being picked. Isn't this fun? I'm having fun here.
Yeah. Let's do more of these.
And we're learning something at the same time.
The BlazerPuzzle. You learn stuff.
Yeah, we learn stuff. All right, let's jump into next week's puzzle.
Here we go. 29.
Okay, so you have got a Blazor WebAssembly, Blazor web app, right?
Yeah.
.NET 8.
Yeah.
You do have interactive WebAssembly rendering turned on, but it's not on globally. So you can see that if you look in AppRaiser, it's not on routes, but you did turn it on for this counter page, and you set the render mode to false, pre-rendering. So tell us what's going on here.
Let's back up just a second, and I want to show you kind of what I was struggling with, and I've simplified the problem that I was experiencing in a larger application, so we have a nice easy demo here for this puzzle.
Okay.
Let's go to line 2, and let's just change that to what we're used to seeing, interactive WebAssembly there.
Right, or this is the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So that Boolean we're passing it is instructing the runtime to pre-render and save off a copy of that HTML that this is going to render. And it's your garden variety counter page.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing different here except for line 7, where you're going to see we added a rendered at time.
Right. And here's what we got. We go to counter. Yeah.
Zoom in
and
a little.
We should point out that up here in the top, in the title, it says counter, right?
Right. Page title, there it is. So when you refresh, right, do a Ctrl F5.
Okay.
And right, we're getting a new render time each time that loads.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that it's being rendered each time, and you can click and it updates. No big deal.
Yeah.
But what I'd like to do is turn off that pre-rendering, because in some cases, I'll have content here that I don't want it to pre-render. Don't show anything on screen. Don't display the screen until it's rendered, till we're ready to go.
Yeah.
So when we turn that off and rerun this, something funny happens, Carl.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go to counter and look up what?
And
what?
There's finally my content on the page, because the WebAssembly is downloaded and now in the browser.
We expected that, but
we expected that. Go ahead and refresh the page again. Yeah, the title doesn't look right there. So if you
I'll press Ctrl F5.
Yep. And the page goes away because it's doing the...
Yeah.
And now it comes back.
Yeah.
But the title's gone.
So
where'd it go?
How do we fix this? We want it to say counter. We said counter.
Kind of peculiar.
Very peculiar.
So
that's the challenge. If you think you know the answer, don't post it on social media, of course. Send it to Jeff and me at blazerpuzzle@appvnext.com with the subject puzzle number 29. And if you're correct, we'll put you in a bin and pull one out at random, and you might be able to win some fabulous prizes and get your name shown here on the screen.
Absolutely.
And all our accolades. And that's it. Have a nice week. Obsess away.
Catch you later,
See you next time. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out blazertrain.com and the .NETshow.com for more great content.